Hey guys, so I'm here at Caulfield Park as normal, and I've just shot two routines for you, a beginner's flow and also a routine for core and booty. And I just thought I might actually just shoot a video just actually saying like what actually started me on my journey, like what was like the pinnacle point. So it was about 5 months ago. Had a few breakdowns. I had a few just like moments there where I was just felt completely lost. And I didn't know what was wrong because nothing had really changed in my life. But it's just like I just felt this deep unhappiness. I was like crying so much. I have never cried so much in my life. And I was just thinking, God, like what's happening? And during this time, my sister introduced me to yoga. She's like, I think you need to do yoga, Tani, because I was just so stressed. I just had this anxiety in me. I just couldn't shake it. And when I started doing yoga, I really started feeling a bit more balance in my life. And then my sister told me, she was like, oh, I'm actually going on a yoga retreat. Would you like to come? And then I was just like, yeah, I think I need this. I think I need to do this. Normally I wouldn't because, it's costing money and I don't have a lot of money, but it's just like, I feel like I just need to get away. I need to get away from the routine that I'm living in right now. I just need to find some clarity and I just need to find balance. That was just the biggest thing when I went on this retreat with my sister. I was just like, I need to find balance. That's my intention for when I'm coming up here. So we went on a road trip. It's about a 3-day road trip to this place called Krishna Village, which was a yoga retreat, and it was just yoga 3 times a day, and we're just literally planted in nature. There was the mountains all around us and just green and pastures, and there was cows and everything. We're really back to nature, and I just like, oh my God, this is peaceful. This is great. I'm really feel like I'm finding my feet. I'm relaxing. I'm releasing all this tension out of my body. And on the 3rd day there, my sister said, oh, we can actually, let's go hike, Mount Warning, really chilled. And then once we actually did that, I did not realize how hard this hike would be. I was just like, oh my God, like I'm a fit person and that was tough. And we actually got, I think we're about a quarter away from the top, and it was literally rock climbing, but with no gear. All we had was this chain just to pull ourselves up with. And I was just like, I got really scared. I was like, holy crap, like this is actually, we could really hurt ourselves here. I'm like, this is just like a drop down, down there. But once I pushed past that fear and I just kept on going, and I got to the top, I was like amazed. I was like, oh my God, I actually pushed past my fear. I really bet something there because I actually thought I could not do this. And that's the same thing in life. Like you feel this fear when you're about to do something new. And when you push past that, go to the other side, you realize like there's actually really nothing to actually be afraid of. Like that was fine. Like, fear can be a really good judge for us when we're doing something new, something different, and experiencing a new experience. And that's what I found when I got to the top there. I was just like, I pushed past it and I was fine. And it was okay. I did not die because I really did think I was like, oh my God, I could actually die here. And we were going back down, and then we just kept going with the rest of the retreat, and I started writing my own little journal, just getting all my thoughts and everything out of my head, just getting it all out so I just wasn't thinking about it anymore. Because you notice when you're in anxiety and stress, you're thinking a lot, you're having the same thoughts over and over in your head, and you need to stop that. Thinking about things that have happened, thinking of past regrets, experiences like, oh God, I should not have done that. And this is why I started writing my diary, because I needed to get these thoughts out of my head. And I kept going with this when I went home. So we came home, it was a 3-day drive back as well. And I had to learn how to introduce everything I learned on this retreat back into my life. So still doing yoga, and I started doing meditation. And also I kept writing in my journal, and I just started feeling the stress leave me. Even though I was still in the same routine, I realized that, okay, the routine, there was actually nothing wrong with the work or the job or anything. It was me. I was not handling it myself. And that's what I needed to do to get away. And I had to introduce this balance that I learned into my daily living. And it's taken me months to actually find this. Because this is not a quick fix. There is never a quick fix with things like these. This takes time. You need to keep going. Even when you feel like, oh my God, it's not changing. I'm meditating, I'm doing yoga, and I feel no difference. This takes time with you. So this is what actually started me on my journey. So that yoga retreat. Because sometimes you do just need to get out of your routine and just leave the environment you're in, and you find out what was making you unhappy. And I have made changes in my life since then. I've realized the things that have made me unhappy, and I've now introduced this into my life. And I was just like, okay, so that's what was making me unhappy, and that's what started me on my journey. So I hope that, guys, may have helped you if you're going through the same thing. You're just unhappy and you're not realizing why, and you're having these breakdowns. This could be why. You might need to actually get away for a while, get out of your environment, get out of your routine, just go anywhere else for even just a few days, just even 2 days or something, and come back and just realize, okay, this is what is making me unhappy. Just finding that balance. But you have to go with that intention. You can't just go, okay, I'm just going to go ignore everything, I'm just going to leave, I'm just going to chill and do nothing. You've got to go for a purpose. You've got to go for an intention. You've got to realize why you're unhappy. Otherwise, you're just going to go back to that same routine and just feel the same way. And that's not good for anybody, because that's what I was doing. And it's nothing changed because I didn't change. So this is what starting my journey. So I hope that may have helped you guys.